Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today is another discard recipe for sourdough. Those of us that do sourdough know there are days when we have too much discard. And there are days whenever we are in a hurry for dinner and we have a whole bunch of leftovers we want to utilize. That's me. I always want to utilize leftovers, so today we are going to do everything. We're going to utilize our sourdough discard, we're going to utilize some leftovers, and we're gonna do it in one skillet. This is the Sourdough Skillet. You ready for this adventure? It's gonna be great. Let's go. What you're gonna need is 1 1/2 cups of sourdough starter, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of basil, 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 pound of ground beef, half of an onion chopped, 1 teaspoon of garlic, 2 cans of mixed vegetables, or about 4 cups of leftover vegetables, 1/4 fresh cilantro, and 1 1/2 cups of cheddar cheese. All right, first thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat your oven at 400 degrees. Next, we are gonna get to browning our ground beef, our onion, and our garlic. So into this pan, I'm gonna put just a little bit of olive oil because that's just what I do. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get in our ground beef. Now remember my comment about leftover veggies? So I made a meal the other night and I actually cut up 2 mini potatoes. So what I'm gonna do is once this is all kind of broken apart, I'm gonna add my onions and my potatoes in so they can cook at the same time the ground meat is cooking. And that's only because I want my potatoes to be kind of crunchy before they go into the oven. All right, and once it's broken apart like that, here we go. In goes our potatoes and our onions. And we're just gonna mix that up. So once this is browned and the potatoes are, they just take on a little bit of color, we're gonna be ready to move on to the next stage. One thing I will mention is I may need to pour off some of the grease, some of the fat that actually comes into the skillet from the beef. The beef was a very high fat ratio beef. That's gonna help my potatoes, but I don't necessarily want it in the skillet itself, so I may drain some off, we'll see. All right, and while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and put together my sourdough bread that's gonna go over the top. So in this bowl, I have my flour, my salt and my baking powder, and my basil. Now, if you have fresh basil, you should go ahead and do a tablespoon of fresh basil, but when you use dried basil, you can use a teaspoon. And as I said that, I was like, wait a minute, I'm using freeze-dried basil. That's different than dried basil. So I actually do need a full tablespoon of basil in my bread. Oh, already that basil with the meat, it's making me hungry. All right, we're gonna give that a mix, and then we're gonna go ahead and add in our egg, our butter, and make sure the butter is nice and soft. And then in our ingredient canon, we have our 1 1/2 cups of sourdough discard. And now we're just going to give that a good mix. Bring it all together. Okay, make sure you scrape your bowl really well and make sure that butter was soft enough to get into all the places. You don't want any chunks of butter roaming around your bread. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, so when your skillet, your meat is mostly browned, we're gonna add in our garlic and our cilantro. If you're using fresh cilantro, that is 1 tablespoon. If you're using dried, it is 1 teaspoon. Although I'm pretty sure we needed how much? 1/4 of a cup of cilantro. So it's better just to use the real stuff. I used freeze-dried. All right, that looks fantastic. Okay, now, if you were not using leftover veggies that have already been cooked, you should be cooking your veggies at the same time that you're doing this. But since I'm using leftover veggies from last night's dinner, we're just gonna add them in and get them all stirred up. And then we're just going to give that 1 1/2 cups of sourdough discard. And then we're just going to give that a good mix. Bring it all together. All right, and while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and add in our 1 1/2 cups of leftover veggies that have already been cooked. You should be cooking your veggies at the same time that you're doing this. But since I'm using leftover veggies from last night's dinner, we're just gonna add them in and get them all stirred up. And then we're just going to give that a good mix around. Look at how beautiful that mixture is. Oh, so delicious. Okay, and now, ladies and gentlemen, if your oven is preheated and your veggies are cooked, everything needs to be cooked because we're basically just cooking the bread in there. Turn off your stove and we're going to put the bread all on here, okay? So let's give it one more little stir just in case, and we are going to put it on and spread it out. Then we are going to take a palette knife of some sort and we are going to push it all the way over the top, touching the skillet so that you can't see the vegetables under the bread. Look at the beauty. Now, do you have to make sure that your vegetables are covered? No, not really. And did you notice I didn't actually drain it? And that's because the vegetables, those potatoes sucked it in, so now I don't have to. All right, now you're gonna take your cheese. Now, you can make this dairy-free. You can substitute that butter for coconut oil and just skip the cheese, but we're gonna do dairy today because dairy makes me happy. Okay, look at that. Look at how beautiful. Okay, into the oven it's gonna go for 25 minutes or until the bread is cooked. Oh, look at this beauty. And the smell is divine. Now, this is gonna be very hot because it just came out of a 400-degree oven, so keep your oven gloves nearby so you do remember that it's hot. I mean, maybe that's just me, but that is what I have to do in order to remember it's hot. Now we're gonna give it just a couple minutes to cool before we dish it out. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and dish this out. So the best way to get it out is with a spoon or a spatula, but remember, don't scrape your enamel. If you're using enamel or nonstick or whatever, just do the best you can. It's fine. Oh, it's kind of like chicken and dumplings, the way that it cuts. If you do the chicken and dumplings where you put the biscuit dough on the top, yeah, but it's so much better. Okay, here we go. Out it comes. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is a huge plate for this. Hold on. We'll get a smaller plate. Wow, look at that beaut. Oh my, look at the beauty. It is so delicious. All right, let's check this bread. And oh, I cannot wait. The basil in it is gonna be so delicious. Don't burn yourself. If you have never tried using your sourdough discard to make the sourdough skillet, let this be your sign. The bread is so soft, almost like chicken and dumpling soft, except we have this crunchy top that is so delicious. Let me turn it over so you can see the inside of the bread. Look at that. Delicious. It's truly like a dumpling, but over the top of just this delicious mix of savory. You may be thinking to yourself, like, how can you wrap your mind around basil and cilantro together? Let me tell you what, it is delicious. All right, you guys. Well, I am ready to get off here because this is our dinner today. So I'm gonna get off here, feed my family. But if you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I do videos about everything: sourdough starter, frying, air frying, sous videing, everything. So if you have any ideas for me or want to see me adventure in something, leave me a comment below. Otherwise, you guys, I will see you on the next adventure. Bye. Uh-oh, she's screaming. She's screaming food. The basil in that bread makes that bread. I wonder if you can make a focaccia similar to this. I bet you could.